Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me at the back? Can you hear at the back? Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much for being here this evening. I'm going to start by thanking our venue partner, Asilo St. Regis, and has everyone settled down? And Angel Share, our pouring partner for this evening. It's a very special evening, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to repeat the word special many times this evening. Because firstly, Shobhaa is a dear and very special author and has written this lovely book, which in a way celebrates her 75 years of completely living it up. And we have a very special guest with us. Aamir, thank you so much for being here. I think it's safe to say that between them, they've given us years of entertainment, of things to think about, and have really redefined what insatiable means in terms of their craft and their lives. So thank you very much. Please, a big round of applause. We also have the lovely Ira Dubey here, who's going to read portions from the book. And I'm just going to otherwise gush on the entire evening, so I'm going to hand over to Shobhaa to take the evening forward.
Thank you so much, Paulami. Never ever thought I would be voiceless. That too on a day like this, where we are launching this book, and I have with me someone I've admired for such a long time. But I'd like to start by saying this evening, it's a tribute to Salman Rushdie because of what he has endured, the fact that he's published his 15th novel. It's called Victory City. He was brutally attacked a few months ago. And this is the power of writing, of storytellers. And the novel is called Victory City, and it's about a fictional woman fighting against a patriarchal system and taking over an entire city and what happens next. Victory City. And the novel ends on this amazing line that words are always the victors. Words are always the victors. We are living in tough times. I don't know that people say it's not the best time to be a writer. I would say it's a very challenging time to be a writer because it also gets the best out of us in an environment that does not encourage free speech. So, Salman Rushdie, for your courage and your bravery, having lost an eye and an arm, struggling to just stay alive, this evening is really a tribute to you. It is said that the currency of storytelling belongs to each one of us, and it cannot be taken away. I'm saying very humbly this evening that a book is only as good as the people who believe in it. And I was so very fortunate. I hope other writers are equally insecure because I am dreadfully insecure all the time. This is my 25th book. And I was so shaken at the thought of having it published. I wasn't even sure anyone would be interested. So when Kanishka Gupta, a big shout out, my literary agent, when I asked him very hesitantly, I said, Kanishka, does anyone care? Does anyone want to read me anymore? I mean, 25th book, a 75-year-old woman talking about her life. Who's interested? And he was so reassuring and so wonderful. I said, will any publisher want to publish this? And he said, ma'am, every publisher will want to publish it. And I thought he was just keeping my spirits up and making me feel good. And I was so very thankful that he made a very good marriage between HarperCollins. It's my first book with HarperCollins. And through HarperCollins, I get to meet two incredibly beautiful ladies. Will you please at least be a little visible? My editor, Trisha, my publisher, Polemy, and they they loved the book. When they loved the book, little bit confidence came back. कि चलो किताब में कुछ होगा, otherwise they wouldn't be publishing it, right? I mean, they wouldn't be excited about it. So the whole process pretty much began with on that note, and with their support and their constant reassurance that, believe me, Shobhaa, I'm telling you, it's going to be it's a great book. I started believing it myself. So that was the best part. But I have to say that having Aamir here, Polemy said she's going to be using the word special many times. But I have to also say, like the title of the book, Aamir is insatiable. Totally insatiable. He's been working since the age of 8. Since you were 8, as a child actor. So been in the movie business for over 30 years. Given us the most incredible, the most memorable films. And he and I share another thing in common. We both love a 4-letter word. It's not what you're thinking. This one starts with an R and it's called risk. He takes risks. I love risks. And with each movie of his, he has taken incredible risks and succeeded in a way that is spectacular and will always, but always find a place in the film pantheon forever. So Aamir, I'm really grateful. And you were so unstar-like, which of course I know about you. I just had to make one call and Aamir said, if the dates work out, I'll be right there. So thank you very much. And Ira, my darling Ira, who's going to be reading from the book. So I'll just take you quickly through the flow because I feel very embarrassed to read my own words. I want to dig a hole and just jump into the nearest sort of pit because your words sound very different when they're read. And Ira, with her background, she's done theatre studies at Yale. She has an exceptional record. She calls theatre her sacred space and has said it should really be your talent that determines your success and not your looks. Well, in Ira's case, she's doubly blessed because she has both. And now she's hiding. So it's thank you very, very much. And Aamir, I thought the right way maybe to do this would be for Ira to kick it off with the reading. So
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
or yes, I think so.
Yeah.
And then we can just go into a,
Sure, that's a
short
great idea.
conversation
Yeah.
because
Perfect.
Ira, why don't you? No, let's get a chair for her right here, or I can go. It's too much. No, how will you stand? No, we need a chair. Yeah, we need a chair. We need a chair. Thank you for that lovely introduction. Ah, that's fine. Maybe this is not a harsh thing. Maybe comfortable. That's what
Drama with the bus.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Ira.
Thank you, Shobhaa. Thank you for having me. Good evening, Aamir. It's so good to be here with you. Good evening, everybody. I managed to get my hands on this very recently. I have been in love and in awe of Shobhaa for many years, and her family is like family to me. We have been performing a play of hers about the lockdown called Lockdown Liaisons. So when she asked me to do this, it was absolutely a no-brainer. I kept messaging her as I was flipping through the book saying, I'm feeling so emotional and so teary, but I'm also so hungry. I was just constantly hungry. So what I love about this particular book is that, like Shobhaa herself, who is insatiable, it creates an insatiable appetite for life. And I don't just mean metaphorically, but because it refers to food and your relationship with food and something that is so important to us here in India. So here goes. We'll keep it short and sweet. Just a flavor of insatiable. An archaeologist is the best husband any woman can have. The older she gets, the more interested he is in her. Agatha Christie. From packing for Shimla like we were embarking on an Arctic expedition needing multiple layering Thermals, coats, scarves, shawls, gloves, woolen socks, Aussie Uggs. It is now all Kanjivaram silks and cotton kaftans for the pilgrimage to seek darshan of Meenakshi Amma in Madurai on the occasion of our wedding anniversary. Mr. Day's planning is in overdrive as he plots with Siddharth Jain, the most adorable and enthusiastic general manager at the Gateway Hotel, Pasumalai, Madurai. With his attempt, 5 baar shaadi kiya. There's a collective gasp and a great deal of respect for the octogenarian who is bravely marrying for the 5th time. Mr. Day's abominable language skills have prevented him from explaining that this is the 5th time he's renewing his marriage vows with the same woman, me. We treat ourselves to a heavy Andhra meal at a tiffin house. But we face a major problem: language. Mr. Day resorts to mime and asks for titar, urta chidiya, by flapping his hands wildly. No titar. We're offered what the staff calls dove, pigeon. He wants crab and starts crawling and swimming in the air. No crab. Wild boar? I make him stop the dumber than dumb charades before he starts grunting and points to what's written on the menu in Tamil. We get a mound of rice with mutton curry. A katori of hot ghee is poured over the dish. We eat and eat and eat. The renewal of wedding vows has made us ravenously bhuka. For supper, nothing else. When we stagger back to the hotel, we find that sweetheart Siddharth has totally got carried away and laid out a wedding banquet. He's also decorated the suite with yards and yards of Malipu, the divine jasmine of Madurai. Oh God, Sohag Raat at our age. That too using the same bed on which Namo had relaxed a few months earlier. Perish the thought. Incompatibilities are most attractive. Purity can be deathly dull, tedious and boring. I love hybrid everything. There's so much more richness in people, dogs, cats, food, fashion, dance, movies and music when interesting experiments or accidents create something entirely new and unexpected. Children of mixed marriages are invariably more attractive than the products of safe, controlled procreation. Some of the craziest people I love hanging out with have a mandatory twist in their stories. I love Pushpa's food for this reason. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Pushpa. It is as mixed up as she is. She has still to make up her mind about where she's from. Andhra. She speaks and writes Telugu. Gujarat. She speaks Gujarati and cooks Guju food. Maharashtra. She speaks Marathi and cooks Maharashtrian cuisine. Just as she cannot make up her mind which state of India she belongs to, whatever she produces on the table reflects her identity crisis. If it's indeed a crisis for anyone other than her. I see it as a delightful streak. Her so-called Guju curry with whole bhindi often has a Saudi-style tadka to it. Thank God, Pushpa doesn't simplify the curry by adding besan. When she makes Maharashtrian puran poli, it's not powdery, flaky and feather light, but heavy, with filling, thick and flavored with nutmeg and not cardamom. Why? Just. And that's Pushpa. Before anybody, this is totally Shobhaa, this bit. This is the bit I love the most. Before anybody asked me about Alia Bhatt's pregnancy and Katrina Kaif's birthday in the Maldives, I just left. I'm not Alia's gynac. How the hell would I know? Please note, I'm not being supercilious or snarky, but I am screwed. No matter what topic comes up at social gatherings, I find myself in a spot. Political opinions are the worst. Women stare at men, clam up. What's she talking about? Why is she bringing politics into everything? Because, you dummies, politics is everything. There is no such thing as being apolitical. Every act of ours, personal and professional, is deeply political. where we live, who we marry, what we eat or don't eat, what we drink or don't drink, what we wear, whom we make friends with, whom we shun, where we worship, what we hold sacred. There are 3 topics women are expected to avoid discussing: sex, politics, humor, even today. I ask myself, what sort of a writer am I? Which category do I fall into? And in any case, what is it that we writers really do? We start with one word, then add one more and one more till a sentence emerges, followed by more sentences, paragraphs, chapters. We spend our lives piling on words. Why make such a big deal out of it? Do our words save lives? No. Possibly, they save us. Just a small glimpse of Insatiable, ladies and gentlemen. You want to do the brood? A little bit of the brood? Okay. We have one surprise section left. You want to do the whole? Before I got married, I had 6 theories about bringing up children. Now, I have 6 children and no theories. John Wilmot, Earl of Rochester. February is such an annoyingly iffy month. It says nothing. It promises nothing. I love January in a childish, narcissistic way. January signals new beginnings. I sing, "Hey, it's my birthday month," to myself, and I feel energized. Stop behaving like an ever-ready battery commercial mother. Calm down, we can't handle it. You're too extra and charged up, the brood frequently reminds me. I start feeling diminished and go fucked. Meet the brood. Our secret society of 5. We have our own lingo, codes, abbreviations, nicknames, barbs, insults, put-downs, compliments, prejudices, hang-ups, partialities, slang, and signals. The brood, here they all are, comprises Aditya, Eri, Paddu, Avantika, Avant, Arundhati, Aru 85, Anandita, Anna Banana, and me, Motherji. Aditya, after graduating from Boston College, plunged into business. As a 4th generation entrepreneur, he followed his passion for luxury, leisure, and lifestyle by launching India's first membership-only nightclub. Avantika, mother of 3, has been in the media and fashion world for 17 years. Arundhati calls herself a jewelry genie, which is such an evocative and apt description for what she does so brilliantly. My youngest child, Anandita, the Piscean, is a surprise package. She has hidden depths which emerge at the most unexpected moments, catching us all off guard. The brood functions as a collective. Its tumultuous, fraught equation, given how opinionated and outspoken all of us are, we are one another's gurus, therapists, counselors, sounding boards, antidepressants, and occasionally double up as cans of Red Bull. The things we say, the things we think and shamelessly share. Are we really so low down and lethal? Next question. The brood is my strongest support system, my comfiest comfort zone, my personal comedy club, my hot chocolate on a cold night. What can I say? We are in sync and we are at loggerheads. We fight, sulk, snarl, insult, hurt, make up, exit the group, beg to get back on it, miss the non-stop banter when traveling, get mental in places where there's no Wi-Fi. And speaking for myself, it's the only chat group that gives me withdrawal symptoms on long international flights. I'm hopelessly hooked. There, I said it.
Now, I'm going to request my Aryaman, darling, if you've finished tying your laces. I I need the little ones, my little grandchildren, to just come up and give a token of appreciation to Aamir and to Ira, please. Where are the babies? Ahilya, come, darling. Adhiraj, thank you. Aryaman, where is Aisha? Come, darling. Come, 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 come. Come here, Aisha, come. Thank you so much, Ira. That was lovely. Thanks very much. So now we get to the conversation.
Well, Shobhaa, first of all, I'm so happy to be here. It's such a lovely evening, and what a view this is, yes. Absolutely stunning. So I'm so glad I'm here, and a very good evening to everyone here. Shobhaa, you've written so many books. You're a writer who's so prolific. What is it that really made you write this book, Insatiable? What is it what wanted to come out when you started this?
Aamir, actually, it was a state of absolute panic. It was a run up to my 75th birthday. And I felt it was important to mark it in some way, but not in the conventional way and not going back into I was born here and I did, because I had done memoirs to mark my 50th, 60th, 70th. 75th, I don't think, after that we all take it 1 year at a time, right? So 75 is already a good number to mark. And the structure of the book came about differently because like I said, I didn't want it to be a conventional biography or a memoir. I thought of doing it as like 12 months, 365 days, 283 pages, and 75 years compressed in the book. And that's how it worked out month by month. It was written almost like a stream of consciousness, like cathartic, like in real time. And each month, whatever I was experiencing, but at the center of it all, because you always need something to hold a book or a narrative together. So I thought deeply about why it should be food and no other element. Food because it connects family, friendship, and food is something we undermine, we take for granted. And at the same time, if you think about it, food, we spend so much of our time thinking about it and eating it and enjoying it. And it is one of life's great pleasures. So it's really, there was food for thought as well. But I didn't want it to be one of those giving gyan type of books. You know, I'm 75, I have all the answers. Because you actually realize at 75, you don't have any answers. You start looking for answers and saying, what the hell have I been doing all these years? Just sort of bumbling along and imagining I knew what I was doing. So it is time for introspection. There's time for acknowledging failure. There's time to be vulnerable. There's time to say, I'm tired of being this other person, which is a construct. And I've been writing without a gap, without a stop.
That's the feedback. Is there a monitor for this side? Is there a monitor? नहीं है?
Oops, I don't like it.
Hello, check.
Hello.
ये क्यों लगा है? हेलो
वो speaker. Shobhaa.
से
Can you hear me? You can? Okay. Hello, madam. Come and sit. You missed your daughter's reading, but come and sit. But she did tell me she'd be a little late. Sit with mother. So just to get back to what we
Yeah,
were
sorry, what were you saying? Yeah,
so we were talking about how food connects
correct.
in a marvelous and wonderful way, and that acknowledging one's vulnerabilities is not such a bad thing at 75. If not now, then when?
Right.
To say
right.
that I've denied myself the luxury of tears for so long.
So-
If not now, then when? And 50 years of writing in the public domain uninterrupted. Now I'm sick of all of that. I just want to be doing what I'm doing, writing what I'm writing, saying what I'm saying, and I'll run with whatever comes.
So can we expect a more? Can we expect a more? Dare I say it, bolder Shobhaa? Now that she's opened up.
Bolder, I mean, I don't know that anyone's ready for bolder, but I had enough of.
Because I don't think you ever held back.
Well,
And that's your amazing quality. The fact
no,
that
I
you're
held
upfront.
back
the
about
fact,
myself.
right,
difference.
right. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
So,
So
that's
that
so
was a
that's,
big challenge.
So we're going to see parts of you and sides of you which we haven't seen before in this
Well,
book. Perhaps.
certainly in this book, and there's a